If you're over 60 and your kidneys aren't working like they used to, breakfast is not just breakfast anymore. It can help your kidneys start the day with less pressure, or it can quietly make them work harder before you even leave the kitchen. Toast, coffee, orange juice, sausage. For many people, that sounds like a normal morning. But if you have kidney problems, the wrong breakfast can add more sodium, potassium, phosphorus, and waste into a body that may already be struggling to clear it out. And here's the hard part. You may not feel it right away. No pain, no warning sign, nothing obvious, just a little more pressure, day after day. But the good news is this: a few simple breakfast choices may help your kidneys carry a lighter load. Today I'm going to show you 3 easy morning foods that are gentle, practical, and simple enough to make at home. And the last one may surprise you, because many kidney patients avoid it for the wrong reason. So stay with me before your next breakfast. This may be one small change your kidneys will thank you for. Now let's get right into the first food. Food number 1, egg white omelette. This first one sounds so simple that some people might say, really? That's it? Yes, an egg white omelette. Not whole eggs, not eggs fried in a lot of oil. Just egg whites cooked into a light, simple breakfast that is easier on the body and much friendlier for many people watching their kidney health. I know what you may be thinking. Egg whites sound boring, and I get it. But when your kidneys are not as strong as they used to be, sometimes the simplest foods are the ones that make the most sense. The reason egg whites can be helpful comes down to protein. Your body needs protein. You need it to maintain muscle, for strength, for healing and recovery. But when your body breaks down protein, it also creates waste. And who has to filter that waste? Your kidneys. Think of your kidneys like the water filter in your house. If you keep pouring in dirt, grease, and debris every single day, that filter has to work harder and harder. After a while, it wears down. For kidney patients, the question is not always whether to eat protein. The better question is, what kind of protein gives my body what it needs without leaving too much waste behind? That is where egg whites can be useful. Egg whites are a high-quality protein. In plain English, that means your body can use a lot of that protein efficiently. Less is left over as waste, and that may mean less work for your kidneys. That matters, especially if your normal breakfast includes sausage, bacon, ham, deli meat, or other processed meats. Those foods may be quick, they may taste good, but your kidneys may be the ones paying the price. Now let's talk about phosphorus. When your kidneys are weak, they may have a harder time removing extra phosphorus from the blood. And when phosphorus gets too high, it can affect your bones and your blood vessels. Let me make that simple. Your body is like a house, your bones are the frame, your blood vessels are the pipes. When minerals get out of balance, both the frame and the pipes can be affected. The good thing about egg whites is this: when you remove the yolk and eat only the whites, you lower the phosphorus by a significant amount while still keeping a good source of protein. That is a smart trade. It is not about starving yourself or being extreme. It is about choosing the part of the food that fits your body better. Next, potassium. For a healthy person, potassium is important. But for someone with kidney disease, too much potassium in the blood can be dangerous. It can affect the rhythm of your heart. And that is not a small thing. Some breakfast foods that look healthy can be high in potassium. Bananas, orange juice, avocado. These foods are not bad for everyone. But if your doctor has told you to watch your potassium levels, you need to be careful. Egg whites are much lower in potassium. A small serving can give you protein and help you feel satisfied without pushing potassium too high. And there is one more thing we cannot ignore. Your heart and kidneys are deeply connected. When the kidneys are weak, blood pressure can rise. When blood pressure rises, the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys can become damaged even further. It becomes a cycle. Weak kidneys put stress on the heart. A stressed heart puts more pressure back on the kidneys. That is why breakfast does not only affect your kidneys, it can affect your heart too. Foods like bacon, sausage, and processed meats often contain saturated fat, sodium, and cholesterol. Over time, they can make blood vessels stiffer and blood pressure harder to control. Egg whites are different. They are almost fat-free. They contain no cholesterol, and they are much lighter on the body. You can keep this very simple. Use 2 or 3 egg whites. Add a little bell pepper, onion, or another vegetable that fits your personal diet. Cook it gently with very little oil. Keep the salt low. That's it. No fancy meal. No restaurant-style breakfast. Just a small, warm, soft plate of food that is easy to eat. For someone over 60, for someone who feels tired in the morning, or for someone trying to take better care of their kidneys, that can be a very kind way to start the day. Remember this: a good breakfast is not the one that makes you feel stuffed. A good breakfast is the one that helps your body feel less burdened. Food number 2, oatmeal with berries. This one may already be sitting in your kitchen. A warm bowl of oats, a few blueberries, strawberries or raspberries on top. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive, nothing that sounds like a miracle. But for your kidneys, this kind of simple breakfast can mean a great deal. The first thing I want to talk about is fiber. More specifically, a type of fiber in oats called beta-glucan. Most people think fiber is only for digestion, and yes, fiber helps with that. But when it comes to kidney health, your gut matters more than many people realize. Think of your gut like a garden. In that garden, there are healthy plants and weeds. The good bacteria are like strong, healthy plants. The bad bacteria are like weeds. When the good plants grow strong, they crowd out the weeds. But when the weeds take over, the whole garden becomes messy. When your gut is out of balance, your body may produce more harmful compounds. Those compounds can enter your bloodstream, and sooner or later, your kidneys have to filter them. So when your gut is not doing well, your kidneys get pulled into the problem. The beta-glucan in oats helps feed the good bacteria in your gut. When those good bacteria are stronger, your body may produce fewer harmful compounds, and that may mean less waste for your kidneys to deal with. It is not loud, it is not dramatic. You may not feel a huge change overnight, but it is like cleaning your house a little bit every day. Things start to feel lighter over time. The second point is acid load. Let me make that simple. When you eat foods like processed meat, sausage, or bacon, your body has to manage more acid-producing compounds. Your kidneys help keep your body's internal balance steady. But if your kidneys are already weak, asking them to handle more acid is like asking a tired person to carry 2 heavy bags up the stairs. Oats and berries are much gentler. They do not create the same pressure as a breakfast loaded with sodium, processed meat, and preservatives. A bowl of oatmeal in the morning is like giving your kidneys a little breathing room. And sometimes your body does not need a dramatic intervention to feel better. Sometimes it just needs you to stop making things harder every single day. Now let's talk about the berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. They are small, but they are packed with antioxidants, especially the compounds that give them their deep red, purple, and blue colors. Your kidneys are full of tiny blood vessels. Think of those vessels like small roads running through a town. If the roads are cracked, blocked, or damaged, everything slows down. In the same way, when the tiny blood vessels inside your kidneys are damaged by inflammation and oxidative stress over time, kidney filtering begins to suffer. Berries may help support those blood vessels. They are not medicine, but they are a much smarter choice than pastries, cookies, bottled juices, or sugary packaged breakfast foods. A bowl of oatmeal with berries also gives you natural sweetness, so you do not need to pour in extra sugar. And for kidney patients, that matters. Many people believe their breakfast is light when it is actually loaded with sugar, sodium, and preservatives hiding inside something that looks harmless.
A pastry from the store.
A bottled fruit drink. A packaged snack. It is quick to eat, but after that your body has to handle everything inside it. Oatmeal with berries is different. It is a gentle breakfast. It does not create a heavy burden. But quietly, it supports the body from the inside. Now, some people worry when they hear that oats contain phosphorus, and yes, they do. But the phosphorus in many plant foods is often bound in a form the human body does not fully absorb. In plain terms, just because a number is printed on a nutrition label does not mean your body takes in all of it. Berries are also generally lower in potassium than many other fruits, as long as you keep the portion reasonable. Of course, if your doctor or dietitian has told you to strictly limit potassium, phosphorus, or fluids, always follow that personal guidance. Every kidney patient is different. But for many people looking for a simple breakfast that is easy to make and easier on the kidneys, oatmeal with a small amount of berries is worth considering. You can make it simply. Cook the oats with water or a milk option that fits your diet. Do not add a lot of sugar. Do not add salt. Then place a small handful of berries on top. A warm bowl in the morning. Easy to eat, easy to digest. Health does not come from one perfect day. It comes from small choices repeated over time. Food number 3. Low sodium toast with unsalted nut butter. This may be the one that surprises people the most. Toast with unsalted nut butter. But listen carefully. I am not talking about sweet nut butter loaded with sugar, salt, and added oils. I am talking about natural unsalted nut butter. Something like almond butter or cashew butter spread in a thin layer on a slice of low-sodium bread. Many kidney patients hear the word nuts and immediately become nervous. They think nuts have phosphorus, nuts have potassium, I should avoid them completely. But the story is not always that simple. The issue is not only what nutrients a food contains, it is also how much your body absorbs, how much you eat, and whether that food fits your personal condition. This food matters for a reason I feel many people do not discuss enough. Muscle loss and low energy. When kidney function declines, many people end up on restricted diets. They avoid this, limit that, and fear sodium, potassium, phosphorus, and protein all at once. And in the end, some people eat too little. When the body does not get enough energy, where does it find fuel? Your own muscles. Think of your body like a fireplace. If you do not give it the right kind of fuel, it will start burning things it should not. In the body, that means muscle. And when muscle breaks down, the body creates more waste. Your kidneys then have to handle that waste. So a breakfast with healthy energy actually matters deeply for kidney patients. Natural nut butter contains unsaturated fats, which are healthier fats for the heart. It is also calorie dense, meaning a small amount can give your body useful fuel. When your body gets enough energy from healthy fats and the right kind of carbohydrate from bread, it is less likely to break down muscle for fuel. Put simply, give your body the right fuel and your kidneys have less to clean up. The second point is sodium. For kidney patients, sodium is a serious concern. When your kidneys cannot remove sodium efficiently, your body holds on to more fluid. You may notice swelling, higher blood pressure, a heavy feeling, more fatigue, and the pressure inside the tiny blood vessels of the kidneys can rise too. The problem is that many breakfast foods contain hidden sodium. Packaged bread, store-bought pastries, frozen waffles, breakfast sandwiches, sausage, deli meats. Many of these foods contain sodium you may not even taste. It does not always taste salty, but your kidneys still have to deal with every milligram. That is the trap. It looks normal, but the burden is already building. So if you choose bread, look for a low-sodium option. If you choose nut butter, choose one that is unsalted, no added oil, no added sugar, just simple ingredients. One small detail on the label can make a meaningful difference. Do not just look at the front of the jar, turn it around and read the ingredients carefully. The most important information is often written in the smallest print. Now let me address the phosphorus question directly. Yes, nuts contain phosphorus, but like oats, the phosphorus in plant foods is often in a form the body does not fully absorb. That is very different from the inorganic phosphorus found in processed meats, packaged foods, canned goods, and commercial baked products. That form is absorbed much more readily by the body. Two foods can both contain phosphorus, but behave very differently once inside you. Natural nut butter, used in the right amount, can provide healthy fats and energy without creating the same concern as many processed foods. But let me be very clear, the amount matters. This is not permission to eat half a jar of nut butter every morning. A thin layer on toast. Enough, controlled, intentional. For kidney patients, more is rarely better. The right food, in the right amount, for the right individual, is always the goal. And finally, this food connects to heart health in a way that matters. Your kidneys and your heart are like two neighbors who share a wall. When one has trouble, the other feels it. When kidney function declines, the risk of heart problems rises. And when blood vessels are not healthy, the kidneys may not receive the blood flow they need to work well. Natural nut butters contain monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, healthier fats compared to butter, lard, bacon grease, or sausage fat. So when you replace a greasy processed breakfast with a slice of low-sodium toast and unsalted nut butter, you are not only protecting your kidneys, you are protecting your heart too. And that is something I want you to hold on to. Closing thoughts. Taking care of your kidneys is not only about drinking water or avoiding salt. It is about blood pressure. It is about blood vessels. It is about your heart, your gut, your muscles, and the way you choose to begin your morning. These 3 breakfast foods, egg whites, oatmeal with berries, and low-sodium toast with unsalted nut butter, are not magic. They do not cure kidney disease, but they share one important quality. They make your breakfast easier on your body, less burden, less waste, less hidden sodium, better mineral balance, and more support for your heart, blood vessels, muscles, and kidneys to work together rather than against each other. You do not have to change everything overnight. Health is not a sprint. It is more like a steady morning walk. One step may seem small, but if you keep walking every day, you can end up somewhere very different from where you started. Tomorrow, you can begin with one small change. Replace sausage with egg whites. Replace a pastry with oatmeal and berries. Replace salty spreads or sugary toppings with a thin layer of natural unsalted nut butter. Just one change is enough to begin, because when it comes to your kidneys, the goal is not perfection. The goal is to stop making them work harder every morning when they are already working quietly and faithfully for you all day and all night. So today, you learned 3 simple breakfast foods that may help your kidneys carry a lighter load. Egg whites give you quality protein with less waste. Oatmeal with berries supports your gut, your blood vessels, and helps your body begin the day more gently. And low-sodium toast with unsalted nut butter gives you steady energy, less sodium, and a more heart-friendly start. These foods are not medicine. They do not replace the guidance of your doctor or dietitian, but they can be a small, meaningful step toward taking better care of yourself every morning. If you have kidney disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, or if you are monitoring numbers like creatinine, eGFR, potassium, or phosphorus, please speak with your doctor or dietitian before changing your diet. Because in kidney health, the goal is never to follow trends. The goal is to choose the right food in the right amount for your own body. Before your next breakfast, ask yourself one simple question. Is this helping my kidneys carry a lighter load, or is it making them work harder? If you start there, you are already moving in the right direction. If this was helpful, please share it with someone who may need support, caring for their kidneys, blood pressure, or overall health as they grow older. Thank you for staying with me until the end. Take a deep breath. Your kidneys have been working hard for you every single day. Now it is your turn to take care of them.